Hello, everyone. So, in recent times, Abuja has been experiencing water shortages. A lot of people might not relate. Me, I can't even relate because, first of all, they don't even give me water. It is a borehole that we are using, and a lot of people is borehole there. But there are some areas in Abuja that you cannot even dig. You can't do a borehole. You won't find water. So there's quite a number of the youth. They have to depend on tap. And one of such area I was hearing that, that they are now buying water. Like, buying water. Just for me to come and see today that Sahara Reporter is reporting that water shortage. Sources allege 70% of Usama Dam supply diverted to Minister Wike's Ushafa farm named after his son. And even this Ushafa, I've actually heard people talk about the fact that Wike acquired a farm. They are just talking, sometimes people just talk allegations that are not true. But apparently, this might, happen to be true because they say he used it to hold land, to just acquire large chunk of a piece of land for himself. Sahara reporters further learned that the water treatment and distribution plants were severely affected by power challenges after approvals for diesel procurement were delayed. Emerging details from sources familiar with water supply operations in the Federal Capital Territory FCT have linked the ongoing water shortages across Abuja to decisions taken by the FCT administration under Minister Nyesom Wike. According to resources, a significant portion of water meant for the FCT was diverted to serve Jordan Farms, a mega farm owned by the minister in the Ushafa area named after his first son, leaving only a fraction available for the wider city. I don't even want to believe that this is actually factual. A source claimed that up to 70% of water from the nearby Usama Dam is diverted to the FAR facility, with the remaining supply distributed across Abuja based on the assumption that residents had grown accustomed to relying on boreholes and would not protest. True, 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 true. Are we protesting? No. Quite a number of people, yeah, it's actually borehole. Me, I don't even know whether they have tap, whatever, like quite a number. But there are some, they don't have anything other than that tap because they can't even do borehole. Boreholes, I don't know what is happening. You will do, you will try in some areas. You don't get it. It just can't be done. He diverted 70% of the water for FCT to his mega farm and resort near Ushafa and allowed the rest to serve the city. He feels Abuja is already used to boreholes and they will not complain, the source said. Sahara reporters further learned that the water treatment and distribution plants were severely affected by power challenges and approval for diesel procurement were delayed. It was alleged that no alternative power supply from the national grid was available and diesel procurement. Let me just drop this here and remove my glasses on top of that. There has been a lot of the national grid, of course, has been falling. It has fallen a lot of times and stuff like that. Hearing stories like this is just, it just makes you just wonder, right? The kind of things that that people just get away with. It's just unbelievable. Even in terms of the wikis, the arrogance, the manner in which he has been talking. Recently, workers have been striking. He hasn't paid them. And he had the audacity to come out and be telling workers that if he pay worker, what will he use to build this thing? So people should die. They should not pay their children's school fees. They should not feed their children. They should not pay rent. They should not do all of those things because you're going to build roads and whatever. Then you're using this money, putting them on elephant projects. At the same time also, you're also putting exorbitant cost on something. How many billion did they use to go and do international conference center? Of what use is that international conference center that you're having to renovate it? How much are you going to earn from that money? How many years will it take you to even earn that money? How many? What is the opportunity cost of that whole thing? Meanwhile, both people have worked for their allowances, their payments, their salaries. You're telling them that, oh, you are not going to pay that, and you have the audacity. Meanwhile, you're carrying your children up and down. They are enjoying, doing all manner of things. I don't know. It might look as if it can never happen, oh, but you know, when this thing will come down, it will shock people. The unfortunate part of it is that everybody will be affected. It's not only those that have done it. According to a source, the delay coincided with the minister's involvement in political development in Rivers State. By the time approval was eventually granted, the source said critical infrastructure had already shut down, with pipelines supplying both the city and alleged private facility drying up completely. To power the plant, there was no diesel, and NEPA. Wike was not around to approve money for diesel, 150 million. He was away for the battle with Rivers State Governor Simi Nalayi Fubara, a source said. When he lost his battle, he ran back to approve money for the diesel, but it was too late. No water, the pipes of the city and his farm had all dried up. That is the reason why residents are crying about lack of water all over the FCT. The source linked the situation to the widespread water shortages currently being experienced in some parts of the FCT. And you've seen Wiki how he has focused himself in the last few weeks. It's just that River State that he has stayed on, putting up all sorts of things. There was even a video where he was talking about the fact that they tried to get approval for, was it a stadium or something, they did not get. That the next time they are not even, whether they give them approval, they're going to break down the place. Yeah. I remember Wiki that came out and said that NSAS protesters nobody should dare protest in River State. And River people came out. In short, they took the protest to his government house. It's the same one that is now telling a sitting governor that he will break something even if he doesn't get approval. So when Wike was governor, could anybody have done anything like that? And these people, what is it that is shocking Wike? Most of them have not seen that power is transient. A lot of people that were powerful yesterday, where are they? One of the examples that whenever I see him, it just makes me feel humbled. It is that of what's his name, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. Anytime I see him on that wheelchair, I just remember when IBB was IBB, when he was head of state, and the kind of power he commanded. They call him Maradona. He dribbled everybody. We see him today, just sitting down. There's even another one they show of Bamanga Tukur. These were once powerful men who decided what happened in Nigeria. Where are they today? We think that this whole thing is enjoying. It will last forever. Nothing lasts forever. It's only a matter of time.